This is a Calicarpa americana, also known as an American Beautyberry. And this is a friend I made while picking beautyberries. These delicately sweet berries are commonly used for jams, but today we're using them to make wine. Now after you've picked your beautyberries, you want to make sure you stem them, wash them thoroughly, make sure they're free of bugs or any foreign matter that you wouldn't want in your wine. Like that little guy. Now after finding him a new home, we're going to combine 1 gallon of water with the berries and start a boil. I also like to add the juice and rind of 1 lemon to give the wine some acidity. The yeast we'll be using is a Red Star Premier Rouge, and we'll add about 4 cups of sugar into our must. And I'm rehydrating our yeast using a little bit of warm water from the must. Now once our boil has cooled down and we've extracted the juices from the berries and the sugar is dissolved, we're going to pour it through a strainer into our primary fermenter. Looks like our yeast is properly hydrated and ready to make alcohol. Now we're going to top off the rest of our fermenter with the remaining water to create a 2-gallon batch. And according to our hydrometer reading, we'll be left with a 7.3% ABV, provided our yeast devour all the sugars. And so we're going to add our yeast mixture into the must, get it stirred up, give it a little bit of oxygen so it can start doing its job in creating alcohol. And our next and last step is we want to get our airlock ready, cover our primary fermenter. I like to top it off with a little vodka because it's sterile solution and it makes for a nice little celebratory cocktail once I'm done with my primary fermentation batch. And the airlock's going to go into that rubber bung, allowing gases to escape the fermenter but not let anything come in, such as dust, bugs. The stainless steel fermenter has a really nice tight seal on it. And I can't forget, the most important thing, delicious tonic water, a splash of vodka, and next, nap time. And looks like we've got a fermentation going. And I'll see you later for the tasting. Thank you very much for sticking around and watching my video on making beautyberry wine. I'm joined by my dog Poppy, who's back here, and we're going to taste this beautyberry wine. Now before I get into it, I'm going to confess I've already tasted this, and I gifted some to friends for Christmas, and I have to say this was probably my least successful batch of beautyberry wine. Where I went wrong was that I had made a 2-gallon batch this time around instead of my typical 1-gallon batch and didn't scale up the ingredients. So what that was left with was a much weaker tasting wine. As I described in the video, the beautyberries have this sort of sweet tea flavor. And again, not like that tea-colored simple syrup garbage that you get in a lot of places, but like a tea that's got that great tea flavor with just that hint of sweetness. And to me, that's the best way I can describe the flavor of beautyberries. And this just really didn't complement or really do justice to those delicious little berries. So I'm going to put in the description a proper recipe, what I would typically make. And when my beautyberry bushes start to propagate again and start to grow more berries, I'm going to make another video with the correct way of making beautyberry wine. Now, if you've made Beautyberry wine before, please post in your comments what you've done in the past and what you would suggest, and what's worked well for you. The other thing that went wrong with this was I was intending on making this a sparkling beverage to enjoy for Christmas night or New Year's Eve. And I've done carbonation through a couple of methods, typically through bottle conditioning. I've done it where I've put the sugar or the honey mixture in the bottling bucket. I've done the measured out portions of sugar into the bottles for bottling condition. I've even used the little Cooper's carbonation drops that look like little sugar lozenges. And I've had success with all of these. This one did not carbonate. One of my friends that got it said that hers was carbonated. Everyone else said that theirs was flat. The bottle that I previously opened was flat. We'll see what this one does. And we'll pour it. We'll test the aroma. We'll see if it's actually carbonated at all, which I'm doubting very much that it is. And we'll give it a taste, and I'll tell you my impression. I've already told you my reflections on where I went wrong, what I would do different next time. And again, I'll post in the description a proper recipe that I've done in the past that's worked well, that I've gotten lots of compliments on from many people who've tried it. So we're going to pop this open. Let's see if we get that nice sound, that whooshing sound that you get from opening a carbonated beverage. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Completely flat. And I enjoy this beverage still. I really do. But again, my disappointment was that I was gifting this to friends with the intention of this being a carbonated, sparkling beverage. And now I'm to the point where I don't know that I could even gift wine to friends anymore after this disappointment. But that's the great thing about this hobby, is that it's a journey and you learn along the way, and I try to learn something new from every batch of wine that I make. So let's take a look at this one. Or some healthy serving here. There's a tiny amount of fizz in this, but again, not what I would call sparkling. Not that flurry of bubbles that you get rising from the bottom that you would get in a seltzer or a good beer or a sparkling wine. What I am liking about this is the color. With my Beautyberry wine, it typically has sort of a blush color to it, a cross between a straw and a blush color. This one has that, and I really enjoy it. I hope it's kind of hard to see on video, but I do like this color. The clarity is fantastic. It is absolutely clear. The aroma is different than Beautyberry wines that I've made in the past, where you really get that nice, delicate aroma of the beautyberries coming through. I don't really smell it as much with this. I get a bit of a sweet smell. The beautyberries apparently have a pretty good amount of tan, because I'm getting some nice legs on this. Overall, the thing that I like best about this so far is the clarity, and the color is great. And the aroma is not objectionable. It just doesn't have that strong beautyberry flavor scent that I was really hoping for. Now, the most important thing, does it taste good? It's not objectionable. I think had I given this to friends and not told them that it was supposed to be sparkling, if I just said it's Beautyberry wine, I don't think that they would have objected to it. And I don't think I personally would have been disappointed. It's got an okay mouthfeel. Again, the beauty. I promise this is my first drink of the day. The Beautyberry flavor is so incredibly diluted because I didn't use enough for the volume that I was creating. And the flavor is not bad. It just doesn't have that richness to the flavor that I wanted. Nor does it have a lot of acidity. It's got a little bit of residual sweetness on the back end. I taste more of the tannin than I do the Beautyberry or the acidity. Definitely not a greatly well-balanced drink. I probably won't even finish this glass because the experience really isn't doing anything for me. The flavor is not fantastic. I would finish this only if my sole purpose was just to get drunk at 12:56 in the afternoon on a Sunday, which I got things to do, and I really don't have time for it. But yeah, so I have no problem, no shame in letting you know if I've made mistakes or if I've had a batch of wine not turn out to my liking. But it's great. That's part of the challenge of being a home winemaker. You learn from our mistakes. I learned more from mistakes that I've made than accidentally doing something right the first time. So I'm excited to try this again and to present to you a better wine, hopefully later this year when those berries start to bloom again. And I'll have a much better tasting wine, and I'm very excited to present that to you with a better recipe. Again, any questions, comments, please throw them in the comments below. If you've made Beautyberry wine, if you've tried Beautyberry wine, it's something you like, something you hate, just let me know. I'm still trying to grow this channel, so like and subscribe. I appreciate you watching. It means a lot to me. Thank you very, very much.